Tempest Wargaming. Tonight, Carney's back on the channel with me.
Yep, no, looking forward to it.
We're going to be playing another match of Marvel Crisis Protocol tonight. So first of all, what we're going to do is we'll go through the scenarios that we're playing and our lists. Well, our lists.
Yep.
Our forces, our teams. And then we'll get into it. So before we go any further though, just a big shout out to our supporters, Battle Kiwi and Mithras Games. Thank you again for your support. Guys, if you're ever looking for any cool terrain, tokens, markers, anything you can pretty much imagine, check out battlekiwi.com.
Yep.
Amazing.
The little carry cases.
Yeah.
And there's an MCP one that's just, Tom's got one.
Yeah.
Where it's just made and put all your counters on it.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
like an actual
honestly, you've got to get it.
Yeah, very cool. And in Mithras Games, they make the gaming mats. This is not one from them tonight, but our one last week was from Mithras Games. They're currently making some more. They've got an ice glacier one that's coming up soon, which is going to be awesome. But they also make some really cool pre-painted terrain. So check out Mithras Games as well. And again, thanks to our subscribers. And those of you leaving comments. We really appreciate the support. So, on to tonight.
Yeah, let's go. You've got some new toys.
Yeah, I got some new toys. I'm so stoked.
In New Zealand, when you get new toys, you're the cool kid on the block.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a cool kid on the block. Yeah. A big shout out to my mate in the UK, Dan, who he hooked me up. He got me the Cable and Domino box, as well as Deadpool and Agent Bob boxes, which I've been hanging out for because I'm a massive XFORCE fan, and now I have them. So you're going to see them tonight. It's going to be great. So yeah, thanks Dan. So I guess that's a segue onto my team.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I'm running XFORCE. Surprise, surprise. So tonight I've got. So we're doing 17 threat.
Yep.
Because we are doing the Infinity Formula goes missing, and then struggle for the cube. So it's some pretty classic.
Yep.
Well, they're both classic scenarios.
Yeah.
Which is good. So 17 threat. And in my team, I've got Cable, of course. Then I've got his dad, Cyclops, aka Scott Summers. And then I have got the one and only Wade Wilson, Deadpool, and Domino. And then I had 2 points left. Didn't really have many options, so I've got Black Widow in there.
Yeah, good.
So it should be interesting because I've got range, I've got close, and I've got some speed thanks to Black Widow. I'm really interested to see what Cable and his dad are going to do to you.
That's cool.
So you've got.
Yeah, I'm just going a bit different today.
Yeah.
And I'm going real classic. But I'm playing 4 characters because it's always quite interesting going 4 and you get that priority as well. So
yeah.
And I'm going for some real big hitters because I guess if we are holding the cubes,
Yeah.
like it does take a bit of power for you. So I've got Hulks if he manages to hold a couple, because I could believe you can hold more than one, can't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, real classic Cap, because I wanted to play Avengers last time I played with Warriors, so I wanted to go back to Avengers.
Yeah.
And then I was going to take a 4 and a 3, but I ended up going with a 5 and a 2 with Thor. And then Black Widow from another multi-universe. Obviously, the two of them are on the same.
Which is the real Natalia?
Who knows?
Maybe I've got her sister.
Yeah, I'll soon find out.
Yeah,
soon find out.
So
just 4 big classics, really.
Yeah,
right from the beginning of MCP.
And they just still dish out the damage. I mean, Hulk is terrifying. He's terrifying. Captain America is solid. Thor, powerful, powerhouse.
Yeah.
And then, Black Widow is just handy to duck around, keep out of shots, which is going to be really annoying because I do have some ranged. So she's going to be able to hide from them.
Yep.
But yeah, it's gonna be good.
Sweet.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
All right, so just go through deployment. We've got my X-Force guys over here. So we've got Deadpool, and we've got Domino, then we've got Black Widow, and then down here, around the side, we've got the Summers getting ready to deal with. Carney, take us through.
So I got the big fella here coming up one flank.
Yep.
Black Widow's just sitting behind here.
Okay.
Cap's right out in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I've got my other big boy running down the side. So sort of splitting the two big guys. So
yeah,
I can see that you've kind of, you've split your guys up to take each one of them.
Awesome. Cool. So and Carney's got priority with his Avengers. So he will be going first, but he's down a man. So
yep.
It'll be interesting. So we will be back at the end of the first activation.
Cool.
All right, so Carney kicked off first. Talk us through what you did, Carney.
Yeah, so Black Widow climbed up here, and then she's just sitting up there with a little bit of cover. It's securing the canister underneath the bridge.
Nice. And on my side, I activated with Wade Wilson. He just bolted up from here, came up, grabbed a cube, and then he's just ducked into cover here in the building. And that's it. So not too much happening initially, but it's going to get spicy pretty quick. All right, so in the next activation, on turn 1, we have had Thor go.
Yep. So he ran up, he grabbed a cube, and then he just ran up and secured the canister.
Awesome. And then I just activated with Domino. She's just run up from the edge here, come up to get into cover behind here, and then she's lobbed a grenade at Thor, doing 1 damage.
Yeah, man, she's drew first blood.
Yeah, and she's caught him on fire, so not bad.
He's got his cape, red cape on fire. He's not happy.
So we'll be back at the end of the next activation. So in this turn, Carney passed, because he's only got 4 guys, so he did the smart thing. And then my Natalia activated, and she literally has just like moved up a little bit to secure the serum. And that's pretty much what she did, because there's some really big scary guys around the place. So that's all she does. All right, Carney, take us through. You went with...
Yeah, so Cap leading from the front, just charged up the middle, grabbed the cube, and then just settled himself behind the building there.
Yeah.
He looked at doing a shield throw, but he couldn't get anywhere.
Too far out to get Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh, he couldn't anyhow, because he did 2 moves. So I wouldn't have even been able to do it anyhow.
And then Cable, he's just boosted up from back here next to Cyclops. He ran up into here, grabbed the cube, and then he's just boosted over here to secure that serum. So coming up, we've got the Hulk and Cyclops left in the first turn. All right, Carney, so you moved the big boy.
Yep, so he grabbed the extract cube, and then obviously Captain America told him to get over to the middle of the table, and he got over to the middle of the table, and now he's sort of sitting in the middle now, and he's got a sort of, where does he go next type of thing.
Yeah, it's slightly concerning. I just went with Cyclops. He was hoping to do a bit of a duel with Hulk, kind of using Cable as a bit of bait, and Hulk didn't take the bait. So Cyclops has just moved up, just getting in position for the next round. So yeah, we'll quickly tally up at the end of the first round. So I've got 1, 2 serums. You've got 2 serums. How many crystals or cubes do you have?
3.
You've got 3, and I've only got 2.
Yeah.
So I believe it's...
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yep. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to 5 at the end of the first turn. We will be back at the start of the second round.
Sounds good.
Okay, so first activation in round 2, and Carney went and activated Thor. So Carney, do you want to...
Yeah, so Thor came up, smacked, who was it?
Domino.
Domino around, and then threw some crates at her and finished her off.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, so he's Dazed Domino.
Yep.
He just threw everything, including, well, I mean, if there was a kitchen sink there, it would have been
thrown
thrown at
him.
him.
Yeah, it was everything you threw at him.
And then Deadpool was not happy with that. He charged over, did stab, and took the last hit points off Thor.
Did 4 damage on me.
Yeah, so Thor's now dazed, and Deadpool is looking all powered up. He's got 5 power sitting on him, and he now holds 2 of the cubes.
Yeah.
Which is great considering he's got healing factor 2. So, yeah, big first activation for round 2. We'll be back at the end of the next one.
Cool.
All right, so the next activation in phase 2, we had Hulk.
Yep. Hulk sprinted over there and threw a building at Deadpool, just to say,
Yeah.
you just took out my mate.
And
then while I was there, I used Avengers Assemble just to do some strategic placing of Black Widow. I just wanted to get Black Widow out of Cyclops' shot, so she just shuffled over a bit.
Yeah.
And then Captain America, obviously.
He's just being a chicken.
Yep. He's just setting himself up.
And Deadpool played Brace for Impact.
So
he just ignored the building. Then I activated with Cyclops, and he played Tactical Analysis, which allowed Cable just to move back a little bit, try and reposition. And then he's just moved up here, just getting a little bit closer so that he can eventually mess with Black Widow there and hopefully take that objective.
Cool.
So that's that activation. So next up we've got... Well, the only players we've got left are Black Widow, Captain America, Cable,
and Black Widow.
Yeah. So, Kana, you had...
Yeah, so I had Black Widow. So she's probably, I think she's the only long mover. Other than your Black Widow. So she scampered away, came over here and claimed this.
Yeah.
But with the idea that she could be in a bit of trouble, but she ended up doing really well.
She did do well. So Cable sprang back across and opened up with his plasma rifle twice.
Yeah.
But he only managed to do 2 damage on her.
She did really well.
But she is incinerated now, so she's not in a good way, but she did bloody well.
And then she was going to counter-attack, but I just didn't want to risk it because I thought for counter-attack, then I might just give you enough energy to do something special, so I ended up flagging it.
Fair enough. Okay, so this activation, we had
just classic.
bloody Captain America. He came in here and he beat up on Black Widow.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't really. He threw a whole lot of hits at her and then pushed her off the objective, pushed her off the canister so that he could claim it.
Yeah, so he ended up knocking her back to about here.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, well, two can play that game.
That was silly of me. I should have pushed her away.
She ran over here and finished off the doppelganger.
Yeah, there.
And then claimed that objective back for us.
I should have pushed her like that way.
Yeah.
Silly.
So
that's what you're learning.
At the end of the second round, we are sitting on. I have got 1, 2, 3 cubes and 1 serum,
and I've got 2 cubes
and 3.
Three. Yeah. So I've got 5.
And I got 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's still incredibly close. And I've got 2 Days characters, and I've only got 4 characters, so I'm in a little bit of trouble.
All right, meet us back for the first activation of round 3. All right, so Carney, first activation of round 3.
Yeah, it was a punishing game, this one. So Thor just smashed out some pretty big lightning bolts. I think he did the old God of Thunder and took out Deadpool, but didn't take out
Domino.
But I did chuck her away. But I'm not being very tactical on the chucks at the moment. I'm chucking them into better positions.
So he threw Dom back here. She's only got 1 hit point left, but she ain't going down without a fight. So she did a lucky shot. And she absolutely ripped Captain America a new one. So she knocked him straight out. And then she launched a heavy ordnance barrage over on Thor. Did 3 damage on Thor.
Oh yeah, man, like it was pretty hard out.
And then 1 damage exploded across and hit Hulk. So pretty good turn.
Yeah, this is nasty, man.
Domino's been pretty solid. Alright, so Carney, you activated the big boy.
Yeah, so he came over and he he Hulk smashed with 8 dice and he got like 2 hits. He's run too far. I've made him run from one corner of the board to the other, and obviously he just didn't, because Domino just dodged it all.
Yeah, Domino she just shrugged everything off then.
Yeah, she did. She just laughed.
Yeah,
come on, Hulk,
awesome.
You can do better than that.
So over my side, my Black Widow has just moved from next to Cable, and she's just boosted up to here to claim that serum for the X-Force. And so that was it for this activation.
Cool.
So I think we've got, I've got 2 left.
Yeah, and you got 2 more to move?
Yep.
Yeah, and I've got 1.
And you've just got...
and I've got 2.
Black
No,
Widow.
I've got 1.
Okay, so the last activations for round 3, we had Black Widow.
Yep, so I don't know, I might have said that. Then Black Widow just screamed back towards Captain America, get away from Cable, because he's just big and mean and nasty. And she's flipped now, and then she just raced over, picked up a cube, which is not going to help her much. And then, and just making she was securing that objective with Cap.
Yeah. And then I went with, I had 2 activations left, and Carney had none, so I went with Cable and Cyclops. So Cable managed to use Body Slip to get up on top of the building here.
Yep.
And then he's just run across the top, and he opened up with his plasma rifle into Hulk.
Yep.
He only managed to do 1 damage.
He got the Incinerate.
But Incinerate went on him. And then the Cyclops was trying to back up his son, trying to get him range to do anything, but he couldn't. So he's just moved up to there. And he played Patch Up just to fix up a damage on Cable before we end the round.
Sounds good.
So at the end of this round, the X-Force have got...
I've got 4, and I'm securing 2.
Yeah, so you've got 6.
Because Hulk's carrying 3 cubes at the moment.
And then so he's not carrying 3, 4, and then you've got 2.
Yeah.
I have only got 2, and I'm carrying 1. But my friend, you are on 10. 10 plus 6
16
takes you to 16. So at the end of the 3rd round, this has been...
It's been a ruthless game.
Been pretty brutal.
Oh my god, that's it. I didn't even see Avengers, that sneak up on us.
The Avengers have claimed the victory.
Yeah, but mate, we were dropping like flies. I'm glad it didn't go too much further. Because you had Cable and Cyclops all ready to go.
Yeah, they were coming in.
And I'd flipped most of mine.
Yeah.
No, Hulk was the only one that hadn't flipped.
So, great game. Come catch us back in a second, and we'll do our debrief. All right, so at the end of the game, it was crazy.
It just went. I just think these 2, Infinity Formula goes missing and struggle for the cube continues.
Yeah.
It's high scoring and it generates a heap of power.
Yeah.
So we're just throwing out big attacks.
Yeah.
All the time.
And when you've got big damage dealers like Thor, Hulk, Cable, Cyclops, and even Domino, like she was throwing out big damage.
Yeah, she was,
Deadpool could have, but he got stuck between Thor and Hulk.
Oh yeah, far out.
So he didn't really stand a chance there. But yeah, what a game. So at the end of turn 3, the final score was 16 to the Avengers and 11 to the X-Force. So it's still like, I mean, it's a high scoring game considering it was only we only got to round 3.
Yeah.
I
mean, to be honest, if it kept on going, the old pendulum would have swung, and you would have been starting to get more because I was really going to have to go into some big defense.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, all of your cards have been flipped except for Hulk.
Except for Hulk. Hulk was actually looking alright, but I think where it came down to number one, struggle for the cube continues. If you can get Hulk carrying all the cubes,
Oh,
mate, and the problem was this poor Deadpool was carrying 2 cubes,
Yeah.
and he got taken out, and he dropped them both at Hulk's feet. And as soon as Hulk had 3,
yeah.
he was just going to run off carrying them.
And I think that's one of the things, because this is my first time using Deadpool as well, is
Yeah,
he's okay on his front side, but he's only got 4 hit points.
right. Yeah, I was quite surprised how.
Flips, he's got 6 hit points.
Yeah,
So
thoughts of it like
he's
that.
better when he is damaged, like Captain America as well, right?
Yeah.
So I think in hindsight, it probably would have been better to hold him back
Yeah.
and then gone to recover the cubes rather than, but then it leaves you sort of on the back foot from a scoring perspective. So yeah, he couldn't play keep away fast enough. So that's something I've got to think about.
Yeah. This one has got really spread.
Yeah.
Great for web warriors, this one.
Oh man, web warriors would just be like, you can't hit me, huh?
Because what did we hit? We had F and D or something. Was the map choices, and they were just. It was just Black Widow was great for this. Both of our Black Widows, they could pretty much long move.
Yeah.
They could get to, so if someone moved away from one,
just goes.
they'd just fire
take
off and take it. So they actually did really well, the Black Widows.
Yeah.
And they did what they had to do, right? They
exactly.
They just, So your Black Widow though got the last laugh because she
managed to take your one out.
She dazed my one.
Yeah.
I think I tried keeping Cable out of the game.
Yeah.
By just moving away from him and making him move. That little slide is quite nice, gives him a little extra bit of movement. But I don't think he had time to show what it. I think by putting Hulk over here, I think Cable should have gone right up the middle and just gone right.
Yeah, I think that's really.
When you put him over there, like I just thought, I'm out of here. I'm not going to even try to face him,
Yeah.
And so he was kind of just a bit out of the action. I would like to have seen him more in the.
I think I need to play him like I played Captain America. Yeah, like I normally play Captain America, which is right up the middle. Yeah, just get into the guts of it, and like he can do that. So
I don't know him.
Next time,
but he looks pretty hard out.
Yeah, he's ready to rumble.
Yeah.
So I mean MVP for you. I mean your whole team. Cap didn't do much.
No, Cap didn't much. Actually, I think to be honest, it was Hulk because Hulk draws a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And then he carried 3 cubes, and he can handle carrying 3 cubes because he's got 20 life and it's only 3 damage. He can suck that up
as long as he needs to.
Yeah, and then I had patch up too because there was so much power. Like Thor, I mean, God, Thor's got 10 power on him at the moment.
Yeah.
So he could have just patched up 5 on Hulk and kept him going.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely, I think, the standout.
It's quite surprising how fast Hulk can move. Like I know it's only a small, but because of his base, he actually gets a lot further than what people think.
Yeah, I always sort of imagine him doing his like little Hulk leap.
Yeah.
Like when he's moving around, he's not running; he's just like Hulk leaping everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess for me, Domino, like.
Oh yeah, mate. She was. Yeah.
She's so cool with what she can do to manipulate the dice.
Yeah, I was really surprised at that actually.
The fact that she held up to Thor and Hulk for like 3 rounds.
Because your crits don't explode on her, right?
Yeah. So
and then she also can use power to turn one of her dice rolls.
One of her skulls.
Yeah,
okay. So as long as she rolls a skull, she can use a power, change it to a crit.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's for attack and defense. And then because of Wetworks, which is the X-Force affiliation, I can re-roll 1 attack dice.
Yeah. So
I
mean, she goes down if you roll, but if she get enough hits, she'll go down.
Yeah.
But she's got a good chance of just staying around.
Yeah. So overall, really, really good game.
It was
another win for Kani and his team.
Yeah, I'm glad. If we had to get to like 26, I think I would have been in trouble. I was really surprised, to be honest.
Cable and Cyclops were coming Hulk hunting.
Yeah, far, yeah.
And
actually, it's the other thing. By moving Cyclops down here, when you guys didn't see it, but on one of the moves you were like millimeters. Yeah. Like you were 2 millimeters from stopping me from winning the game.
Yeah.
You were just you were out
Yeah.
by millimeters for everything.
Yeah.
Eh?
Super frustrating.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
but
it was good. It was a lot of fun.
that's life, you know.
Yeah.
So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the content, do give us a thumbs up, and do please subscribe to the channel. Means a lot to us. We are trying to put out more content, especially for Marvel Crisis Protocol at the moment. So again, any feedback, comments, please do leave them below. Share this with your mates. And yeah, we'll be back within the next couple of weeks with the next battle report.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it.
It's either going to be Carney, Tom,
Jason's came.
or Jason, I think. So we might even be able to get Martin on the channel. Martin, if you're watching, we're expecting you on the channel at some point. But again, thanks from us at Tempest Wargaming, guys. Have a great one. Keep safe.
Cool.